ladies and gentlemen, I'm your lead commentator, Anthony Feathers, here with a man who needs no introduction.
But I'm going to give you one anyway. I am the hottest ring announcer on this green earth. I am Mr. Entertainment, Junior White. How you guys doing this evening? Tonight we're going to give you a breakdown of the road to the goal. All 16 competitors. Well, we're not going to do all 16 tonight. We're just going to give you our little taste and preview of who's going to be on this show, who our top picks may be, who the internet thinks is going to win it all. I mean, we got a load to thank for you guys to hear about us from us tonight, because it all leads to one thing. This pretty red belt right here sitting in the center. 16 men, one man's going to walk out wearing this. Who's it going to be? I don't know, but let's jump back right into it. Give us a few names off this list.
Well, let's start with a man who is returning from our last show against all odds, Malik Avalon. A man who, well, would like to introduce you to himself rather than us do it.
Well, Malik Avalon, basically the cyborg Malik Avalon, basically he's coming in, you know, kind of hot in this tournament. He's fresh off against all odds. You know, when we posted on the internet, you know, who we think would win, he's in a real high bracket up there. So I think he has the tools to win, but there's 16 men. There's 15 other guys besides him. And on any given night, you know, 1, 2, 3, it can be youth, it can be a veteran, any given night.
So forget Malik Avalon is a man who loves to play his mind games. How well will that fare for him in this tournament?
Oh, mind games? Are you serious? In wrestling? Mind games? Oh, if you can get into someone's mind, you can immediately psych them out of their whole game. And it's a wrap. Literally. And if he's the king of those mind games, then I can see his opponent being very flustered during that match. Very.
Of course, in the first round, we have Malik Avalon going against Robbie Vegas from the Nightbreed. We'll cover Robbie another time, but Malik Avalon is definitely not going against any slouch.
No, he's not. No, he's not. No, he's not in Mr. Vegas. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be honest. I'm a fan. I'm a fan of Robbie Vegas. There. I said it. He's at the last show. I got a picture with him. Got an autograph. There. I said it. I became a martyr. Is it wrong? Is it wrong? No judgment zone. Thank you. But Robbie Vegas is a guy that he's like Robbie Vegas, I feel, is someone I think that's going to make it to the Final Four. That's just, I hate to pull out my Booker T, but you know, he's in my fave 5. You know, I hate to pull that out, but I think Robbie Vegas is going to make it a little bit further than a few of the other members in Nightbreed, because we got all 3. Could you imagine having a fatal 4-way with 3 of them in Nightbreed? Could you imagine that?
It would definitely be chaos.
It would, oh wow.
And Nightbreed thrives on that.
Yes, they do.
But Malik Avalon, he did put on the match of the night and against all odds against Joe O'Connor, another man participating in this tournament.
Joe O'Connor, he's a wily vet. I've known Joe personally, you know, a long, long time. Back in my day when I actually used to put on wrestling tights and trunks. Well, I'm old. But Joe is a seasoned veteran, and he went up against a young up-and-comer like Malik, and he actually gave him a good run for the money. So I gotta say, you know, Joe's somewhere in there. I think Joe can go to a second round. Joe, you're in my second round if you're here.
Let's move on to our next comer, a man who is new to the EPW fans, Dan the Man.
Dan the Man. Name says it all. I've known Dan the Man for years. He has a nice little stable out in Jersey called Team Shazam. Yes, Shazam. He's world hit. A matter of fact, I do believe he is the current reigning and defending EPW heavyweight champion. I also know he holds several world titles throughout Jersey, Connecticut, Hempstead, Brooklyn, Queens. I think he actually is the 5 boroughs champion. Don't quote me, because I don't like quotes, but I'm just saying, Dan the Man is a real high favorite of mine to either win the title or be right there in that finals match for it.
Of course, Dan the Man, a multi-time world champion, world travel, Jersey, Brooklyn, as you said, but what does that mean here in Auburn, New York? Upstate New York is a completely different animal than places like Jersey and the Bronx.
This is true, but like, when you look at where he's wrestled and the talent that he's wrestled and the titles that he's won, I think he just may fit right in. I think he may just fit. I think he may bring a different style to EPW, and that may be a style that some of these guys upstate are not used to. So that can be one of those things that helps catapult him to the finals for that right there.
Very well could be. Dan the Man, as you said, ECPW World Champion. But let's be honest here, just because you've held the world title a couple times in other companies doesn't mean you can step into another company and win those belts.
That makes a whole lot of sense, and it's true. So I personally gotta say, Dan the Man, you know, you're my fave five. You're my fave five, baby. I do the spinning Rooney button, you know, that's blocking me. But you're my fave five, because there's five guys. I personally believe that can walk away with this. That's my five. Not gonna name them, not gonna tell you. You're gonna figure it out yourself later on in these series.
Well, I'd like to say a personal favorite of mine, a big man who, just like Dan the Man, has held multiple world titles wherever he's gone, and that is Big Vigo. Big
Vigo. Wow. The force from up north. One half of the tag team Northern Fury. I once stepped in a ring with Big Vigo. I did not walk out. And I'll leave that just like that. Because when you step in the ring with Vigo, have one of 5 things, 4, 6, 12, 13, whatever. Please have life insurance. That's just one. Please have good dental insurance. Tip 2. 3, say your prayers. 4, eat your vitamins. 5, save your prayers again. Because when I got in the ring with the force from the north, I'm sorry, flashback. And that's how bad it was. Vigo comes in, he's held every title up north. In between Vermont and wherever. He's held multiple times. He's coming in here probably the most dangerous man. Because he knows what it takes to wear one of these. He knows what he has to do to be the world champion. He's coming in probably more seasoned than most on what it takes to be a world champion. How far will he go? I gotta say he's in my fave 5, because if I don't, he'll probably kick me. And I don't want that. So you in my, know what? You in my fave 1.
Of course, our multi-time world champions, Dan the Man and Vigo, are not facing off. Dan the Man will be facing off against Michael Kinger, and Vigo will be facing off against Steve Cruz, who is also making his EPW debut.
Steve, one half of probably one of the hottest tag teams ever. The Killer Steves. Steve Cruz, Steve McKenzie. I personally mark out for the Steves. I'm a KKS, just Killer Steve Stalker. KSS, excuse me. I remember the Steves when they like first started as the Steves, and who would have think the Steves would actually be the greatest Steves of all Steves, being that they're both named Steve.
Of course, we have 2 deadly opponents, Steve Cruz and Vigo. Both men are definitely no slouches in that ring. You step in the ring with them, you may not be walking out on your own.
That we will have EMTs. We will have EMTs, stretchers, life support, them things that's happening.
Personally, I think for this match we need the National Guard on standby. It's going to be an all-out war.
Don't we have one of those? We got that in Auburn, don't we?
Yes.
We got to ask them to come through.
Absolutely. It's, ladies and gentlemen, Steve Cruz versus Vigo. Make sure not to miss it. It's going to be an absolute war, nothing like you've ever seen before.
Who else we got on our list of people?
Of course, let's not forget well, there's a lot of controversy surrounding this man. He comes off, well, not quite a win, not quite a loss. Cyclone Jones, who took on Ricky Price at Against All Odds to a no contest.
Cyclone Jones. Once upon a time, in a company far, far away, me and Cyclone Jones were in this cool clique called Best Elite Talent. Yeah, those were the days. But now Cyclone seems to have aligned himself with Nightbreed. And now, like I said earlier, what happens if 3 of Nightbreed makes it into the Fatal 4? What happens? That right there is scary, because that means Nightbreed are 3-to-1 odds to win. 3-to-1 odds to win if they make it to the Final 4. But then you gotta wonder, who's that 4th person?
Could be anybody.
Thank God there aren't 4 people in Nightbreed. Then they got a 100% chance of winning. So
Nightbreed, of course, they hold no punches. Whoever they go against, be it legends of the past or newcomers, if you step to them, you are going to get hurt. And of course, if they make it to the finals, they're not going to pull any punches on each other.
Believe that. That's going to be a 3-on-1 regardless. But Cyclone Jones, interestingly enough, last show against all odds, him and Ricky Christ wrestled to a draw. That literally the Cyclone punch and the forearm that Ricky threw, that both competitors rendered each other basically unconscious for 10 seconds and couldn't make the 10 count to get up. So basically, I want to see a rematch of that. I want to see who's going to win between Ricky Christ and Cyclone Jones. But that's another story unless they make it in this fight.
Absolutely. Again, these finals are a Fatal 4-way. 4 men competing for a shot at this.
This is what everyone's after. The gold. The first ever EPW, Elite Pro Wrestling Champion, will be crowned and inaugurated on October 13th. Mark it down in your calendar, because once that night happens, this is going. It's no longer going to reside here at the school. It's going to be out of here. We're not going to see it again until December in his first title defense. And at his first title defense, whoever that champion is, will they keep it? Will they lose it? I don't know. I don't want to talk about it.
Of course, may I get your thoughts on some of the opponents there? Who is your favorite? Who stands out to you the most?
Who stands out to me the most? The young guy, Phoenix Cruz. He stands out to me the most, even though he's probably the youngest guy in this 16-man tournament and the least experienced. I gotta say, he kind of wows me. I've watched a few of his matches, and like I said, on any given night, it only takes 3 seconds to pin him. Any given night, 3 seconds, hand raised, and that's a wrap.
Felix Cruz is definitely one of the youngest, of course. No relation to Steve Cruz in this tournament.
Oh, definitely not. No, because one spells it with a K, one spells it with a C. We've seen that. We're good.
Felix Cruz, obviously a young man, but not afraid to do whatever it takes to win. Personally, my favorite in this tournament, man who stands out, Nathaniel Carr, making his EPW debut.
You know what? I know Mr. Carr. I know a few cars. Drove one here today. That's the difference. But Nathaniel Carr, he's a super nerd, and he always levels up. Whether he's going up, up, or down, down, left, right, hit the B or the A, or select or start. You're in my fade 5.
Of course, Nathaniel Carr's philosophy is he's about to level up, and his opponents look like just enough XP to get there.
Wow, that's gonna be, I like that. Fade 5, right here, bro. We got you. Well, that seems like all the time we've got for this episode of Road to the Gold. We'll be right back, coming to you guys next time from our secret location, located in a studio right here in Auburn. Until then, I am Mr. Entertainment, Junior White.
I'm your lead commentator, Anthony Feathers.
And we'll see you at the show. You got any money? We'll go get some snacks.
Yeah, I got some.